Today, we're talking about this baby kettlebell. Today I want to talk about this little baby kettlebell from Bells of Steel and Mark Wildman, but it's called the Mark II kettlebell. I don't think it's getting enough attention, and I do think that a lot of people could learn how to swing kettlebells, and it could also help everyone with the number one thing that everybody has problems with. That's the kettlebell clean. The reason being is because with this bell, if you look at the globe of this bell and the handle of this bell, they are the exact same with all competition kettlebells. So this is a competition style kettlebell that's also from Bells of Steel, and this is the adjustable one, but this globe is the identical globe to a competition kettlebell. But if you look at the globe of this bell and the distance from here to the handle, it's the exact same. So as someone that's just learning how to swing kettlebells, it's important that if I'm practicing this clean technique here and I'm understanding this rack position, as the weight gets heavier, I understand that that form remains the same. What this bell allows you to do is it allows you to understand and control that form. Woo! That was close. It allows you to understand and control that form and replicate that form over time to make sure that you perfect it and you don't run into those bruises on your wrist like everyone does when they first start doing kettlebell cleans or when they first start doing the kettlebell snatch. So that's one of the main reasons why I like this small kettlebell for people that are just starting out. This kettlebell here starts at 6 kilograms and goes to 12 kilograms. So what that means is that pretty much you get a 12-pound bell going all the way up to 24 pounds, which is perfect for the introductory person that's just starting to move with kettlebells. This bell right here adjusts from 12 kilograms all the way to 32 kilos. So let's just call it, for easy math, 24 pounds all the way up to, you know, close to 70 pounds or 72 pounds, whatever the calculation is. So as you are starting to build your strength and you're starting to build your movement patterns with kettlebells, it's important, I think, to start with this guy if you're just starting out and then work your way up to this one, depending. Also, for example, people like my parents, my mom and my dad, they are not going to want to swing this big old thing, even though it adjusts and the starting, it starts at 12 pounds or it starts at 12 kilograms. Because it starts at 12 kilograms, that's 24 pounds. This globe may be too big for my mom. This right here, I think is a perfect weight where she doesn't feel intimidated, and also she's going to want to come back and work with it. If you look at some of the other bells that are out on the market, so for example, I have a Rogue hard style bell here, which I have hard style bells at home. There's nothing wrong with them. But what frustrates me is that when people start learning kettlebells and they just start to learn how to clean, the globe and the handle size and then also the distance from the handle to the globe changes. So if I'm trying to understand exactly how to do a kettlebell clean and I don't really properly know how to do so, I have to relearn it every single time I go up in weight or I go down in weight, because of the globe of the kettlebell and the distance to the handle changes, because of the globe of the bell changes. That is super frustrating, especially when you're first learning. So those are some of the main differences of a competition style bell versus, a hard style bell versus a competition style bell, but also this new little guy from Mark Wildman, which I think serves a purpose and has a need. This little guy, I'm gonna take my mom and take her through some workouts with it and see exactly how she feels with it, but I do think that this will work. So Bells of Steel, Mark Wildman, nice work. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll be there. I'll see you later.